politics is just one day. Malabay lang po ang politika. So now that I'm elected and the people have spoken, I think it is just but right that we set aside differences and work together for the good of our community. To our department heads who are here today, don't worry, hindi ako dito bumalik para maging vengativo. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to put it bluntly, I want transparency in government. I think that is what people expect of us, of all of us. We want to eliminate, reduce, if not eradicate, the red tape in the bureaucracy. I don't want to hear sakit sa tenga to be hearing people say, masyado ang corruption sa City Hall. It hurts me, especially now that I'm back as your mother of the unit. Isang ina marunong po masaktan para sa anak. So, we want to establish a healthy business environment for Mati so that we can encourage more investors to come in. If we have a transparent government, a healthy business environment, investors will do come in. When you have more investors, more job opportunities. So first, let us establish that transparency. Bear with me, I will be calling for a forensic audit, a structural audit, and a personal audit before we go full blast in my administration. Because I want everything clear, all the accusations clear. If you have affixed your signature and it is found out that meron kayong katiwalian sa gobyerno, walang personalan po. But you be held accountable for what you have done. So we go to accountabilities. Let us institutionalize public service by bringing the right people to the job. We choose the right people to do the job. Enough of, I'd expect you to be on time. If your call time is at 8 o'clock, I will reiterate what I've said. If your call time is at 8 o'clock, be here by 8. Do not falsify documents by cheating your daily time records. That is a way to corrupt. That's a way of corruption by cheating your daily time schedule, cheating hours, but you're being paid by full. So that is the second policy that I want established in this administration. The third, is it too much to ask for all of you to be committed? I want a commitment because after all, government is all about servicing the sectoral. It is the sectoral society who needs us most. The rich and the employed people can take care of their health services and their medical services and education of their children, but it is the poor who needs us the most. As public servants, I ask all of you that we not put ourselves ahead of the interest of others. I would like to stress that we are here to serve the needy, not the greedy. Nilagay tayo ng tao dito para sa mga taong nangangailangan, hindi para sa mga taong hakot. I intend to provide scholarship funds for our grade school, high school, and revive the Scholar ng Bayan for college. Go through it, please. My priorities will be health, Department of Social Welfare and Agriculture. The very reason why we have the devolution in government is these departments were devolved from national. That's why we were given our share of the internal revenue allotment. So I will give it back to this sector because they are the ones that need it most. And for our tourism, Mati is now the best tourist destination in the region and soon in the Philippines. So let's make it Mati. Make it the next destination. To do this, we have to set our tourism roadmap. So I will be creating our tourism council, and my friend here, Queenie, will be one of those. Dr. Lobo will be joining us. He will graciously accepted my invitation to be part of the council, and the old families of Mati, Maripes, Rodriguez, your sister, I believe, Sami. So they will be involved in the development of Mati. We will set the roadmap for our tourism, backed up by infrastructures and facilities. And the governor, I think all of us here by heart wants our airport to be open and functioning. So we are trying our best. As far as the Rabat family is concerned, I believe there's no objection on our side. Right, Glenda? As I think on our side there's no problem. But we will still have to deal with the other side, the Rocomora side. Because we have to settle this once and for all. Who doesn't want that? When you open the airport, visitors will come in. Muabot na ang ating mga bisita. As my father would always fondly say, I think it's also in the movie, The Field of Dreams, if you build it, it will come. So he built it in advance, 1980s. I guess he was really just way ahead of his time. So I'm happy to note that the governor is making the effort as well. We have met with the CAAP, Civil Aviation, Aeronautics Philippines, and the Department of Transportation. They just have to get approval from these families. For health, I've already made mention earlier, they will get the biggest bulk of my budget for next year. I believe 15% of our budget. But don't worry, the department heads will be in front of you. Call them upon presentation of their budget call. They have to defend it to you, to your satisfaction. Our peace and order, the PNP is on top of the situation. We have a new chief of police, Major Aying. Their main thrust, together with the president, is to make Mati a drug-free place. Let us all help and support them. For the Sanggunian, Mat, rest assured, upon consultation with other SKs, Mai Lamotok is here, if I believe. Mai, I was committed and promised to you, maybe Eric and Chino can work on this, that you sponsor a budget to give honorarium to all our SK Council members, together with the treasurers and secretaries. That was your promise in Tagbinunga. Remember? Okay. And number 8 in my agenda is for Mati's preparedness. Ed, this is closest to your heart. Mr. Bagasol, you are here, and all members of the disaster group. We have to be truly prepared because, as we all know, Mati has its history. We have 2 fault lines. In 1924, we experienced the big quake, 8.4. Wow. That's why Pylon and the city where we are now, if you can see the land, that was one before, separated because of the big quake. So the saying goes, there is a chance that it will happen again. Japan experiences earthquake, but look how disciplined, organized they are, because they know what is coming. So let us please prepare our people. We have the resources, we have the funds. I don't want training na puro, anong tawag dyan? Catering. The real thing. We have to walk the talk. When you do training, make it realistic. What will happen if this kind of earthquake happens? Recently, we have been experiencing quakes. The earth is already moving and shaking. Housing. So also, we need to relocate our people situated in the danger zone. Most of our residents, informal settlers, are situated at the coastal line, which we have to relocate inland. Again, we will be buying more land because upon initial inventory of our property, though you have bought in the previous administration of Mayor Carlo, I'm afraid you cannot use that property for housing. But we can put it to good use for others. We can request Senator Bato, maybe the good congressman here can also initiate or facilitate for us that his drive for the drugs, so on a rehabilitation center maybe, possible at the Tuwa-Tuwa property purchase, and so on and so forth. So rest assured. So I believe, truly believe, sports is important in our youth. So we will give attention to our sports. I can see all the gentlemen here nodding their head because you truly agree with me that sports is a way to combat our drug problems, this gang war, so we keep them busy. I will try my best to, again, communicate with the MSAC when we have, the city government has a memorandum of agreement. We'll try to get it back so we can develop it as a training center for our youth. It is my dream that upon talking to the coaches of the city or from the public school, identifying the best of the best among our athletes, and that we put them to training whole year round. Not only 2 weeks before the Braat, but the whole year. So we prepare them in their mindset and their physical. We will subsidize and support them with training facilities. If you want change to happen, be the change you want to happen. It starts from with all of us. You be the solution to the problem, not the problem. So we all, I enjoin you and challenge you, we all walk the talk. I heard you earlier, your commitment to this administration from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you sa lahat. You're making life easier for me. So my job is 50% done because you have already made your commitment. This is also my plan before I got unseated to purchase a property somewhere to create a new town. So this town will be global. This town will be smart city because that's the signs of the times. We will do it right this time. We have big streets, we have the right canals, water system, and good facilities. If you notice, our center of the town has no parking. So we have a problem. So okay, join me in my vision. This was the vision of my father, of Tito Benito as well. I am so sure of everybody. They just didn't have money then. But now we have so much money. Let's put it to good use for our people. So when I started, it was lonely. It was just me and my lonesome self. Nobody would believe, Michelle, ba't ka tatakbo? Wala kang alliances. That's politics. What's your funding? I said, I don't care. Maybe it's God's will. Because people were asking me to run. So, as my father also put it, have faith, salig lang sa tao. So I did my journey one small step until I reached the end and I made it. I won, maybe because it's the people's will. As Glenda said, and to quote, borrow from you is the will of the people, is the will of God. That's why I'm here, because God is there all the time. My prayer was, always God, please use me and make me an instrument for what is right. If it is not meant to be, my reason. 2013 was a defeat, 2016 was a defeat. It didn't kill me. It made me a better person. So I have weathered the storm. I came out, I'm not saying super clean, but I say more mature, more humbled. The storm took away my excess baggage. So I'm much lighter now, not only physically, but here as well. Why are you laughing, Marikit? It's a fact, but here at heart, I am also lighter. I feel much lighter. So be with me, join me, and enjoy the journey. With Michelle, don't worry, I will be very generous to all of you. Matapang daw ako, pero matinabang na mahatapon. No, M pa rin. We stay with the M. Thank you very much, and a pleasant good afternoon to all of you.